All right, you guys ready?
Ready. What are we supposed to say?
Well, just a second. Let me do the introduction first.
Okay.
Okay, so, hey, this is Mark, broadcasting live from Melbourne, Australia. And since I've just got this fancy new camera from my school, and partly because I'm bored, I've decided to show everyone from Canada around where we live. So, let's say hello to the roommates, first of all.
Hi.
Hi, we're roommates.
We are.
What do you have to say to Canada?
Hello, Canada. We miss you.
I miss you very much, Canada.
Okay, awesome. So I'll give you guys the tour of our fantastic new apartment, which probably won't seem that fantastic to you, but we were living in a total hole before, so this is definitely an upgrade, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Very much so.
with our crazy landlord. So this is our super clean bathroom, which is just fantastic because our last one was like really gross. I mean, there was cockroaches and everything, right?
Missing window panes.
Missing a window pane.
Yeah.
It was so cold.
We had literally no insulation. Like, we could I'm glad we got out of there before summer because that hole was big enough for like those huntsman spiders to like come through.
Yeah.
I knew we would have definitely had those spiders coming in.
Yeah.
So,
you would've been
No doubt.
invested.
Yeah, so hopefully no spiders can reach us. This is our amazing window that is actually one of our walls. We have like a balcony, but the view outside is just the side of another building, so it's not that spectacular, but it's something. This is my not so clean room. Just ignore that alcohol bottle. That's actually, I didn't buy that for the alcohol. I planned to put some, I threw the alcohol out and I'm gonna grow some flowers in it, so just to kind of spruce up the place.
We threw it out.
Yeah, we didn't come here to drink. We came here to study
And grow flowers.
and grow flowers. Yeah, so there's no shenanigans going on here. It's my bag of potatoes. Again, I've got these windows, but no view. I have a view. I don't know if you can see it, but outside is our swimming pool, so I can actually just like have a nice view of our swimming pool. So yeah, that's pretty much the apartment.
What about the kitchen?
Oh yeah, the kitchen. Well, it's kind of the main room, so actually the kitchen's the best thing in our apartment. It's actually nice and big, which is great because these guys just cook up a storm. Like every meal is like a half hour at least kind of endeavor. Like at least half hour.
That's a quick meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a quick meal for them. A quick meal for me is cooking noodles in about 30 seconds. And that's a standard meal for me. Their meals are quite ridiculously large. And they're vegetarian, so it's not like I can even like steal any of that food.
You should try it.
It'd be good for you.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's our apartment. I'm just going to put my shoes on and we'll go take a look in the city. Alright, Canada, here we go again. Alright, so here we go. Out of the apartment. Our nice yellow apartment. So, if you look over here, this is the right of our apartment. There's not much going on over there, as you can see. But if you turn around this way, ta-da, downtown Melbourne, Australia. We are pretty much right there, so it's fantastic. We can walk everywhere. There goes a tram. Those are pretty much the main way to get around the city. They're not very good in my opinion. They're just kind of slow and they get stuck in traffic, which kind of sucks. So let's take a walk. So something you might notice is that, yes, cars are driving on the wrong side of the road here. And on top of that, the driver's seats of these cars are actually on the other side of the car as well. So they do the total British thing here. I've almost gotten myself run over a couple times. Like, seriously almost run over. It was like near-death experiences in a couple cases. It's pretty harrowing trying to cross the street around here. You've got these trams who kind of have their own little street in the middle, and then you've got like the cars coming from all over the place that you're not even ready for. And they even have different road rules. Like, did you know that on a red light, if you're in the outside lane, you could turn left through an intersection, if that makes any sense to you? It's not so much of a big thing anymore. I've gotten used to crossing the streets, but it's going to be pretty interesting because me and my roomies and a couple other international students are going up to Phillip Island tomorrow, and to get there we have to rent a car, and to use the car we have to drive it. So I'm going to be officially driving on the wrong side of the road for the first time tomorrow. If you don't get any more emails from me, Canada, after tomorrow, you'll know I died in a terrible car crash. Alright, Canada, check this out. This is the Melbourne Bathhouse, public baths. This is actually a historical building, next block to where we live. It's actually one of the oldest buildings in the whole city, established like, I don't know, maybe like a million years ago. We went inside one day when we got bored, and it's actually a pretty sweet gym and pool now. So here's some history for you. Okay, so now we're getting a bit deeper into the city. You hear that clicking noise? Can you guess what it is? Is it a roller coaster? That's what it sounds like to me, but no, actually what you're hearing is this, the light. Whenever the pedestrians are allowed to walk, there's this audio clicking noise that just tells you you can walk, and you hear it everywhere. Every light plays that clicking sound, kind of like a little timer. It makes me feel like I'm in a Mario game, and you know when you like hit a button to open a door, and then you have like this clicking noise that kind of like goes faster and faster to tell you when the door closes? That's what it feels like. It just adds to the whole stress of trying to cross these crazy streets. There's a little bit more of the city. That's the direction we are going in, so let's do it after I look around a bit, make sure I don't get hit. Here we are, just walking past the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology University, where our good friend Steph goes to school. And check this out, Melbourne have their own little Bixie bikes, but they're way nicer than ours. I don't know, they just look cooler. Those gray ones, those are gross. Blue is much better. So as I walk people, they're all giving me funny looks. Like those guys, they gave me a funny look when they walked by. It's not because I'm Canadian, they can't just tell by looking at you, it's just because I'm talking to myself. It's only after I start talking that I usually get the awkward looks. Like, oh, who is that American? Damn Americans. It's actually winter. I know most of you probably knew that, but while you're living it up in your nice hot summer, we're not exactly freezing. It doesn't get too cold, but I'm wearing a big thick jacket. No leaves on that tree, as you can see. So yes, they do have winters down here. Very rainy winters, actually, as you can tell. It just rained. And it's always has just rained. If it's not raining, it's either about to rain or it has just rained. So basically there's a lot of rain. But that's okay, because when it gets cold up there in Canada, you're starting to put on your jackets. going to school, studying for your exams and everything, I'm gonna be on a hot beach in Queensland, soaking up the 40-degree temperature, nicest beaches in the world. Alright, check it out, an honest-to-God palm tree. These things are actually everywhere. Before I came here, the only ones I've seen were plastic. How sad is that? There's a bar that I've been to a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, a couple times. Something you might notice about a lot of the buildings in this city, the old buildings, is that they're made of red brick and like this yellow kind of stone. Like this kind of like yellow kind of architecture. Like the style you're seeing right now is actually very common. There's like a ton of yellow buildings all around. Like, I don't know, I guess they didn't actually figure out, like no one told them about concrete for the longest time. So as a result, everything's red brick and yellow. Like, I know it's nighttime, you can't really see, but there's some more yellow going on over there. It's a very popular color here. The top of the Melbourne Mall, Melbourne Central Mall, and it's actually pretty awesome place. So maybe I'll walk over there, see if they haven't closed the doors. There's the theater, main theater in Melbourne. I actually saw Scott Pilgrim vs. the World 3 times there. It's a fantastic movie. I keep bringing Australians and other internationals to come see it, and I keep telling them, like, you know, this is a Canadian movie. Come to see it with a Canadian. Makes me kind of proud. This thing is ugly. Like, look at... I don't even know what this building is. It's got like this green shit, like this fiberglass hokey green crap all over it, and it's just a massive eyesore. And it wouldn't be so bad, except that it's like right next to one of the most beautiful buildings in the whole city. Let's see if we can get some focus. That's the library. So majestic and everything, right next to this big crappy green thing. Like, you can literally see this thing like 5 blocks away. I hate this thing. Anyways, this is the library. We came here very, very often when we didn't have internet, because their internet's free. So, you know, not for scholarly reasons or anything like that, just stealing us some free internet. Oh, and check this out. Hungry Jack's. Let me zoom in for you here. What does that look like to you? Yeah. I guess that's just BK. I haven't had the heart to tell them, so, that their restaurant's actually either a rip-off or a rebranding. I don't know what it is. Oh, I almost got hit by a car again. I was looking that way. Something that's interesting in these intersections, if you look at people, what are they not doing? They're not jaywalking. The first thing that I was told about Melbourne is that people don't jaywalk. Like, the guy giving us a lift from the airport warned us. He said, don't jaywalk in this city. It's actually like a major faux pas. Like, you get tickets, people don't do it. And I jaywalk all the time, but I'm the only one. So I feel like if there is cops around, I'm gonna get singled out. Like, it's hilarious, because there's no cars coming. And they just don't walk, they just stand there. Like, oh, anything to say to Canada?
Go Canada! Woo!
Awesome, see, I told you, the people here are so nice.